Good morning.
Oh, so glad it was you. I heard somebody at the door. All I could think of was cops.
Did you sleep well?
Like a baby. Of course, I might have slept a little cozier if I was in your bed, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just grateful you let me stay here last night.
Bulge about last night.
You were an angel, of course. I've always thought of you as an angel, but I knew you wouldn't turn me in. That's your best buddy, Bulge.
That's exactly what I have to do. You have 5 minutes before I have to call the police. All right, up with it. What's her name? Is she somebody I know?
Told you, she's just a girl.
Oh, yeah, just a girl. Just a girl. Your first night in town, you take out. You take her to the palace for champagne and steak and dancing and whoa.
Well, what about you? I'm not the only one who was out last night. And judging from the way you're beaming, I'd say you didn't just go out for sandwiches.
That's right. Of course, I'm not up for dancing like you are just yet, but something wonderful did happen last night.
Well, good. It's about time you start enjoying yourself again. What's his name?
Max. I saw him take a big step forward last night.
Luna, I am telling you.
If you don't believe me, you ask Cord. He took me to a meeting at the Gamblers Outreach. And there was Max. Starting to face up to his problems.
Don't get your hopes up, sis. I mean, Max has let you down before. What's to say he's not going to do it again?
Now, see here, Commissioner, about these police brutality charges.
What, honey, what are you doing here?
I'm here as a concerned citizen. I want these abuses stopped.
Abuses?
Yes. Police commissioners ignoring the women they live with.
Oh, honey, well, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Look, I got these reports and...
And they're very important.
Yes.
So are our court dates. But the judge has granted a continuance. So I am free to be here to present you with these. Jelly donuts with powdered sugar on top, your favorite.
Look, this is so sweet, but really, you know what? I got to get through these reports by noon.
Okay, go ahead. No one's stopping you. Finish it.
This isn't going to work.
Ben, who is on the phone? Dear Rachel, guess who was called into emergency surgery this morning? Sorry I couldn't give you breakfast in bed. Oh, yeah, I'm crazy about you, Ben. Ah, coming. What did you do? Forget your scalpel?
Morning, Rachel.
Uncle RJ, what are you doing here?
I had to see you, Rachel. It's urgent. Can I come in? Because I'd really like to keep this private.
He was called to the hospital, but he and I don't have secrets. So maybe you should wait till he comes back and then...
Look, I said it was urgent, Rachel. After I saw your father coming to Rhodey's last night, I got worried. Did you tell him about me? I mean, did you tell him how I slipped into town and made a point of meeting you?
Look, I told you I wouldn't, didn't I? And I can make a point of keeping my promises. Now, I felt terrible about lying to my father.
I'm sorry, I know it's hard on you, Rachel, but it's important that no one knows I'm here just yet, especially Hank.
But I know, and so does Ben.
Ben?
Yeah, I told you we don't have any secrets. And when someone you only heard stories about shows up and turns out to be...
A living, breathing person.
Let's just say that you came as a shock. I had to tell somebody. You're not angry, are you?
Oh, of course not.
You know, Uncle RJ, if my father, your brother, can't know you're here, it makes me think that maybe you're hiding something. Besides, He already knows that you were released from prison.
He does?
Yeah. He mentioned it last night at Rhodey's. So if you meant what you said about mending fences now...
What was his attitude? How did he act when he told you that I'd gotten out of prison?
He was cold. He said that you would do nothing but get into more trouble and he'd have to deal with it, like always.
Good old Hank. Well, now you see why I can't let him know I'm here. I mean, I've got to prove myself, but how can I? I've got to get a job, a decent place to live, all the normal, decent, respectable things. See, respect, that's what it's all about, Rachel. Hank's always going to treat me as if he expects the worst until he sees for himself that I've improved myself. I've got to prove once and for all that I'm just as good a man as he is, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
No. There's no rush, Joey. Honestly, the sunglasses will be waiting for you when you get here. But don't be too long. Good. Bye-bye. Carlota! Carlota, I'll get it!
Where? Hello, yes, it is me, back from the dead. Now, how do I look? Back from the dead. Kill me and bring me back. You look fabulous. Thank you. And I feel fabulous. Thank you so much for sending me to the health spa. And Dorian, thank you, thank you.
I'm so glad it agreed with you. How about those masseurs?
Oh, honey, they pampered me morning, noon, and night. But more than that, I had the chance to see how close I came to losing everything. For nothing. A man.
Sounds very encouraging. But let's face it.
What?
Max Holden has never been just any man to you.
Well, he is now. Dorian, no man, not even Max, is worth killing myself for. And you have given me a chance to come back stronger than ever. And as soon as I find an apartment, I'm going to get my life together.
What? No. I have moved in here. Yes, believe it or not, I know it's a mess, but the master suite's really not too bad, quite livable. I just couldn't bear the penthouse any longer. It made me so claustrophobic, I can't tell you. So I decided to move in here.
Yes.
Which makes the penthouse available to you.
Me? Oh, Dorian. Oh, you were so good to me. I don't deserve you.
No, you don't.
Even after I haven't been so good to you, and...
Darling, you are my family, and the past is the past. I just hope that that's where Max Holden stays, in the past.
Yes. You know, you were right about him. He'll never get Luna out of his system.
No, he won't. Now, what about you? This is my question. Is he out of your system?
I will always love Max like crazy, but I don't have to give in to it. Not anymore. Max is my addiction. And I'm telling you, Dorian, if it takes me for the rest of my life, I'm gonna kick that habit. Why do you have to be so negative, Dylan? I see Max is all the way back, but he's trying, and he sounds good.
Darlene, you remember those old revival meetings we used to go to back home?
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be old Charlie Winslow. He'd be getting religion, every one of them.
Yeah, I know.
And then the next night, he'd be right down there at Carmichael's just tossing dice again like there's no tomorrow.
Okay, fine. Max is gonna slip again. Did I say what you want me to say, Dylan? Are you happy?
Darlene, I am just saying that I don't want to see you get hurt again.
I know. I know. I'm just...
Just what?
I'm just sitting here in this chair. Max is out. He's out working.
pushing himself, trying to make it work, and I'm just, it's really hard right now. You know, when the feeling came back in my legs, the doctor said that was really good. And he said it'd be hard, but
It's bound to take time, darling.
oh yeah. Oh, I know that, Dylan. I do. I'm gonna tell you, trying to walk, I try to make my legs move. I try to just take a step, just one little step. Oh, some kind of monster of hips or jerking and swinging my leg forward and trying to get my foot on the ground without it falling over. Look like some kind of... You're right. Just gonna take some time. But you know what? Seeing Max at that meeting last night gave me some hope. Whether you think he's gonna slip back or not, Dylan.
He doesn't deserve you.
Oh, yes, he does, and vice versa. And I'm not saying we're gonna get back. I'm not saying that, Dylan. I just think we need to keep on keeping on our work, alone and apart. Oh, that must be the therapist.
I'll get it.
Brent, who likes to work very early in the morning.
Morning, Dylan. I have something for Luna. Would you mind telling her I'm here?
My sister's not up for company.
It's all right, Dylan. Tell Max to come in.
Thanks. Good morning. I guess you're surprised to see me here.
Oh, not half as surprised as you were to see me last night at the Gamblers Outreach meeting, I bet.
I guess my jaw did drop to the floor, didn't it?
I was real proud seeing you there, Max.
Thanks. I don't really have anything to brag about yet.
Amen.
You were there, and that's a start.
Yeah, but somehow it got a lot easier once I saw you. Listen, I brought you something.
Oh, you don't have to get me.
No, come on. I know that you're working on the physical side, but I figured your brain needed a little work here. You know, I don't want to see that brilliant imagination of yours going to waste.
Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah. I do have to admit, if I watch one more rerun of I Love Lucy, I'd... Oh, how pretty. Oh, Emily Dickinson, my favorite.
I know, and I marked that poem you just love to quote all the time. You know, the hope is the thing with feathers.
Me and Dylan were just talking about hope. You must have read my mind.
Old habits die hard.
Dylan, would you excuse us just a minute?
Darlene,
I need to talk to Max alone, sugar. I want to ask him a question.
Ooh, those donuts are very tempting.
It's my middle name. Nora Temptation Gang.
Oh, God, I don't want to spoil my lunch. Honey, listen, why don't you head for the spa and just jump in the jacuzzi for a while? Okay, better than that, go shopping. And then I'll join you later at the Waterside Inn.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No, I just think maybe you need a couple of days off or, you know, some totally unwind.
What, do you got a new girlfriend under that desk or something?
No, who's always saying that they want to go to Chicago? Huh? And see their folks. Why don't you go spend some quality time with your mom and dad? All right, this is your big chance. What is it? What did I say wrong now?
Roe Buchanan. You're a genius.
Oh. Oh. I thought you just loved me for my body.
I love you both of them.
Oh.
You two call this professional conduct?
Pa, listen, why don't you just go back outside and come in again in maybe an hour or so?
That's okay. Not to worry. Pa's got a lot of work to do, and I gotta get out of here so I can follow his advice. I'll catch you later. Oh, the donuts will stay. Ciao, boys.
What's with her?
Oh, she's just underworked. Forget it. Okay, what brings you here, Pa? I hope it's not official.
Oh, you bet your little badge it is. I want police protection for Alex. Some creep from a past has turned up again like a bad penny. And I don't want him putting the squeeze on my bride-to-be.
So much has changed since you left, Bulge. It's complicated. But believe me, I cannot compromise my integrity by hiding you from the law.
But last night,
Last night was for old time's sake, darling, but no more. I've changed. I'm going to be Mrs. Asa Buchanan. So I can't be seen with you or anybody from the old crime family anymore. I want Asa to be proud to call me his wife.
Look, husbands are a dime a dozen, but us, we're partners.
Not anymore, Bulge. Those days are over.
Well, they don't have to be over. Look, since you gave me the business, and I've been pulling a profit, a big profit, and with us two together, huh? The sky's the limit.
What are you doing?
Something I should have done years ago. I have been nuts about you since you pulled off the cargo plane heist without smudging your lipstick. But I used to think I ain't good enough for her. But now it's different. Now I am a man to be reckoned with.
You're a man who's wanted for murder, Bulge.
Details. Look, we can get around that. I mean, unless some do-gooder decides to, be the hero and turn me in. But with us together, nobody can touch us.
Ace's got very long arms.
Yeah, but he can't give you what I can give you. I can give you what you need.
Maybe you can, Bulge. Maybe you can.
Last night was a crossroads. When I saw you stand up at the Gamblers Outreach meeting and take responsibility for what you've done to your life, I felt like a boulder was being lifted off my chest.
It was the same feeling for me. It was like I was underwater and my lungs were about to burst, and then I found my way to the surface, and there you were. Kind of like when I rescued Al and CJ.
I remember.
You were there. Always knowing where to find me.
No, not always. When this gambling started, I lost you.
No, that was my fault.
No, it wasn't your fault. I should have known if we were as close as I thought we were. I should have seen that addiction before it came between us.
Luna, you did. You and Cord both. You warned me. I just wouldn't listen to you.
Before that, before you even stepped foot in that Wild Rose Casino, before we were even married.
Luna, I know you have a sixth sense. But no one could have predicted what happened.
I did. When I ran off before we got married, I did that because I had a feeling something horrible was going to happen, something awful. And it did. Max, what if we're being punished for ignoring the signs?
So after months of that dreadful trial and wrongful incarceration, all that I care about is my family and making my new home absolutely perfect.
Oh, well, I thought I had changed. I expected to see you sitting there in the corner
In a dark room, planning some sinister plot against Vicky and the rest of her clan. That is the old Dorian. I do not have time for revenge.
Oh, well, that is great, because I'm going to need your undivided attention for when we go into business together.
Did I just hear you say we're going into business together?
Well, I was away, Dorian. I came...
I'm
greatest
fascinated.
idea.
I'm sure it's a
to have your
wonderful idea,
talent
but
and
I'm
my
gonna have to
talent.
hear
It's
about
gonna
it later.
win. It's a winner. Dorian, you've got to listen to this. It's
Why don't you go
wonderful.
for a swim in the pool?
In the pool?
Yes, you can change at the pool house, okay? It'll do you good after a
You want
long
to join
trip.
me?
No. Honey, Karen came over and did my hair this morning. It'd be silly. I've got a big luncheon appointment. Go.
It is so great to be home.
Yes, it's good to have you home. right, Joe. You're right on time.
Sorry for forgetting my sunglasses.
Oh, don't be silly. It's no trouble. Oh, listen, before you go, I could use your help.
Actually, I'm kind of in a rush.
No, please. It'll only take a minute. You see, there's something I really need. And I think you're just the man to help me.
I know my father's intimidating. No one has to tell me that.
Well, then you understand why I want to get myself established before I face him again.
I guess. But you want me to lie. And I hate being used.
I don't want to use you, Rachel. The fact is, I came here looking for something that I'd never really known. A sense of family. Or at least a family member that won't judge me, who's willing to give me a fighting chance.
Well, I think I've proven that I'm willing to do that. But I need you to show me that this isn't just talk. You know, if I'm going to stick my neck out for you...
Fair enough. I mean, I've already told you that I've started looking for work. I mean, I have a flair for finance. But every time one of these employment counselors sees the word prison on my resume...
Well, listen, my mother, she works with retraining programs for ex-cons. And if I talk to her, you know...
No way! I'm sorry, Rachel, but... Well, if you ask your mother for help, she's going to wonder who you're trying to help, and then you're going to have to tell her.
Why wouldn't I? RJ, she's a lawyer. She would keep it confidential. She could help you.
She can't.
If it's because she was married to
That's
your
not
brother,
it.
don't even...
Trust me, Rachel, there's history between Nora and me. For now, she just can't know I'm here, okay?
Rachel! Open up, honey. It's your mother. Ricky? Honey, you there? Open up.
Coming! Minute! Oh, sorry, I was, in the shower.
Yeah, so I see. I believe this is the point where the mother acts shocked and says, what are you doing in a man's bathrobe in a man's apartment?
Would you rather I came out of the shower without a bathrobe in the man's apartment?
I don't think that's the response they give in the manual of how to be a good mom. Is this as serious as it looks?
It's serious and very good.
Oh. Well, I got all week. Let's get started.
Wait, Mom, remember we have to be in court? I mean, that's why I called you to pick me up.
Oh, update. The judge granted a continuance. So, you see, we have plenty of time for you to tell Mommy all about this. Days, in fact. I was planning on taking a little time off, and I want you to come with me.
We can't leave with all that work on your desk.
Oh, honey, that's why God created associates. So partners can take vacations. Oh, sweetie, it'd be wonderful. Bubby and Zadie want us to come out to Chicago. They would just love it if we would go and visit, you know? And if we really hurry and start packing, we could probably make the afternoon plane to Chicago, okay? What do you say?
Well, Mom,
Yeah.
you know, right now is not a good time for me. I mean, things are just getting started with Ben, and, well, there are other considerations.
Well, I'm sure the other considerations can wait, and as far as Ben goes, trust me, honey, absence does make the heart grow fonder.
Mom, what about Bo? Bo, he's gonna miss you.
What, are you kidding? This was his idea. Oh, come on, honey, humor me.
Mom, I would love to, really,
Great. I'm going to go back to the office. I'm going to clear up that mess that's on that desk of mine. Then I'm going to swing back here, pick you up. We'll go to your place and pack. And once we get to the airport, the gloves come off. I want to hear all about you and Ben.
Okay, I give up. Yes. Once we are in the highway in the sky, I will tell you, everything.
Oh, yes. Mwah. Can't wait. La-la.
Yes, I am still your son, but the badge comes first. Paul, listen. I cannot provide police protection to your fiancée unless I know that she is really at risk.
I told you. The mob is trying to lure her back in. Now, that isn't putting her in risk. I don't know what is.
Think about this, Pa. Would they even try to lure her back in unless they knew that she would go for the bait, hook, line, and sinker?
You're making her sound like a flounder. Alex has given up the old life for good.
Yeah, I know that's what you keep saying, but what if she can't resist temptation, you know? Once a gun moll.
Oh, oh. She is no gun moll. She's a lady. And she's the woman I intend to make my wife. Now, how come you and the rest of this family can never, ever give her the benefit of the doubt?
We know her, Pa. Do I have to remind you how well I know her?
Fine, fine. You don't want to give her protection with these evil characters? I will.
No, you won't. No, not if she's mixed up with the mob, you won't.
She isn't. You're as bad as they are. You think she still owes her life to the company store? I'll tell you something. Alex is a whole new woman. All she wants out of life is one thing, to become Mrs. Alex Oltl Buchanan.
Yeah, and get her hands on that big checking account.
So what if she wants all my money? You think I'm a fool? Of course she wants all I've got. But that includes me, Bo. And I am not letting some miserable wise guy from the mob come between us. Now, if you won't get rid of him, I will.
When you're right, darling. Respectability is vastly overrated. And I was charmed by Asa. $1 billion in assets can be very, very seductive. But you have my full attention now, honey. You're right. We could rule the world. The underworld, that is.
What are you saying? You trying to trick me?
Do you feel misled, honey?
No, I feel pretty good.
Good. Still, a girl can't have two commitments at the same time. I mean, if you want me to be yours...
And I do.
Well, then I have to say goodbye, a proper goodbye to my fiancé, my ex-fiancé.
Well, now, you're not going to tell him about me.
And have you land in jail? Of course not. I just want to let him down easy, that's all. And then I'm all yours, my darling Bulge.
Say that again.
I'm all yours,
No, after that.
my darling Bulge.
Now I can die. You go. You go tell goodbye to what's-his-face, and I'll be right here, waiting.
I'm counting on it.
She's mine. The boss is mine at last.
You just made me the happiest woman in the world.
You can't keep doing this to me.
Rachel, just thank you for not telling.
No, please don't thank me. That is the last time, the absolute last time I lie for you. There's no reason I can't tell my mother that my own uncle, RJ, is here in town.
Oh, yes, there is. Okay, I owe you this much. The last time I was sent up, it was Nora who defended me.
What, my mom? What was the charge?
Armed robbery, so they said. I mean, I didn't think Nora would take the case, not with me being Hank's bad brother and all, but, well, she surprised me.
Yeah. She follows her principles no matter what.
Principles, right. I mean, she cared more about them than fighting to prove my innocence. She told me to cop a plea when what she should have been doing.
No, wait. If my mother told you to plead guilty, it was because she thought that was your best chance.
Maybe. But I guess I should let go of all those hard old feelings I've been holding against her.
Yeah. And a good way to start is to let me tell her that you are here.
No. Rachel, you gave me your word.
Look, if you want to tell my dad when you're ready, great. But if it should come up, and my mother should ask me directly, I can't keep the truth from her. I'm sorry, I can't.
Well, I see. Well, I guess you'll do what you have to do. So you and Nora leaving on this trip right away? Mm-hmm. Well, have a good time.
RJ, wait. Is there, anything you need? Maybe money or anything till you get a job?
No, thanks. You've done more than you could ever know. See, I came here hoping to find a niece. Well, I found a friend. Bye, Rachel.
You're absolutely right, Joey. It does have the same earthy tones as a villa in Tuscany.
Now, what about this color for the cabanas? To offset the mosaic tiles in the pool?
Splendid. Really, you are giving me better ideas than the so-called professionals. You have an eye.
This is just my opinion, isn't it?
No, it's more than that. It's your passion, your understanding. And not just of things Italian or European. It's almost as if you were able to enter my mind and know exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, I guess it's easy when the client has your taste and, well, your bank account.
And did I just hear you say, client? Does this mean that you've reconsidered that you will help me with this renovation?
No, I can't.
Oh, please, Joe, I need you desperately.
You've got plenty of guys working for you, Dorian.
No, they're workmen, they're designers, they're contractors. They haven't got your flair, your sensitivity.
My mother...
You're right. Your mother will hate the thought that one of her beloved sons is working for me. But isn't your mother out of town? And wouldn't you be finished by the time she got back?
Are you suggesting that I keep this a secret?
No, of course not. But really, who you work for is your business, isn't it? And by the time she got back, she could see for herself what a beautiful job you had done here, and that Big Bad Dorian hadn't harmed a hair on your head.
Well, I don't know.
Joe, we would make such a wonderful team.
You know, you're right. My business is my business. I'll do it.
Marvelous. I promise you, you won't regret this for a minute.
Excuse me, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Not at all. My new consultant and I were just consulting on some colors. You know Joe Buchanan, don't you?
Sure, she was actually my grandma for about 5 minutes. Look, Dorian, I'll just take these paint samples to the hardware store. I'll grab some paint and I'll start right away.
I trust you implicitly.
Okay.
Charles?
So what was that all about?
Nothing. Joe is going to be working for me, doing some painting, whatnot.
What not? Right. Don't you pay professionals to do that sort of thing?
Oh, you're being awfully suspicious. Blair, I do not have a secret agenda.
Please, Dorian, you always have a secret agenda.
And you have a penthouse, thanks to me. So why don't you jump in the pool and keep your mouth shut? Otherwise, you'll drown.
Luna, you taught me to believe in signs and star charts and celestial warnings. But if there is a goddess out there, I can't believe that she would bring us together just to punish us for being happy. So happy that we ignore all the dark clouds overhead.
Where'd all those dark clouds come from, Max? We were supposed to have pink, purple sunsets. Where did all the dark clouds come from?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find that out. And not up in the stars. I'll find the answers here, on Earth, and maybe in as mundane a place as the Gambler's Outreach Program.
You're not just saying that trying to make me feel better, are you?
Believe you me, I would rather walk across a bed of hot coals than sit in one of those hard chairs and spill my guts again. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to keep doing it until I lick this. And I want you to have the same attitude. We can't be quitting. Not until we have what we want, what we need.
You know, sometimes I wish the goddess would come down with a big old mandrake root and touch me with it and make everything easy.
Well, that's not the way it works. Luna Moody told me so.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to keep plugging away, doesn't it? I guess old Emily Dickinson will help me with that. She's an expert on loneliness. And hope. Well,
Well, I guess I better be going. I mean, you need your own time for your therapy. But I was wondering, if you would mind if I came by to see you again? I'm sorry. I forgot I asked. I know you want to keep some distance between us, and you're probably right.
Max? You're always real good at reading my mind. I'd be very happy if you came to visit me again.
You would?
Yeah. Why don't you bring some Robert Frost next time? I kind of like him, too.
So do I.
Oh, you still here?
You don't have to get out the shotgun. I was just leaving.
Did you give Al my love?
Will do. Well, Dylan, if I didn't say it already, thank you for bringing Luna back home.
Luna, seeing Max upset you this much.
I'm not upset. All right, I'm upset. What's the alternative? Not seeing him?
Why not? I mean, it's gonna help you get over him a lot quicker.
You don't understand, do you, Dylan? I'm not gonna get over him. He's the only man I'll ever love.
Murphy, I told you I don't want to be disturbed!
Don't yell at that sweet sergeant, Bo. I told him it was urgent.
Alex, what is this, family day at police headquarters or something? Take a number.
I don't want to ask a favor of you, Bo. I want to do my civic duty. You think you can handle that?
You can call Ben from the airport, but right now we got to get back to your place and get your bag packed.
I don't even know what to bring.
Just bring those cheeks for Zadie to pinch.
Ooh, don't remind me.
I know, he still likes to do it to mine, too. But let's look on the bright side. We get to spend some time together.
Mom?
Yes.
There's something I have to ask you about. Something important.
Hey, Serge. Thanks for meeting me. Sorry about the short notice, though.
You said it couldn't wait. Last time it was a little more upscale.
Yeah, well, let's just say I'm keeping a low profile. Well, listen, Serge, my man. There's someone who's in my way, and I know I can count on you to correct the situation.
Removal is my specialty. Name?
Gannon.
Nora